Come here. Welcome. It's your friendly neighborhood badger here. I just realized you guys haven't met Gaia before. Sorry, she's a little sleepy. I disturbed her, but she's a little sleepy. This is Gaia. She's adorable, the love of Judy and I's life. She has one eye, and yeah, she basically keeps us sane the entire time. I guess you haven't really met Judy either, but you'll meet her at some point. Judy's my partner. But today, we're going to be talking about the changes in rewards coming to Path of Exile Scourge after we have that lovely, lovely cat interlude right there. So we're just going to get into it because Path of Exile have kind of outdone themselves with the buffs. That's all I'll say. Massive buffs coming to Path of Exile Scourge quite soon, honestly. Well, actually, they might be live right now as this video. If you're watching this video, they'll probably be live on the client itself. But we're going to talk about what is actually happening right here. So let's jump right into it. It's been 1 week since they launched Path of Exile Scourge. In addition to what they're working on, what they're working on post described yesterday, we wanted to share what's changing about Scourge's rewards in today's patch. So, one of the problems was it was too difficult to create enough Scourge maps to engage with the content as much as players wanted to. So maps require approximately 50% less corruption to be transformed. So you should be transforming 2 maps in the time that it would previously take you 1. It means that at some map and Scourge tiers, it should be now possible to chain Scourge maps back to back. Massive, massive buff. This is going to be crazy for those high-end juices. I'm speaking to you, Grimro, if you're watching this video. How you doing, by the way, dude? We got to catch up now that Melbourne is out of lockdown. But anyway, yeah, it's going to be really, really crazy. I'm not juicing myself just yet. I'm leveling a new character, which we'll talk about at the end of this video and in a future video as well about the character in specifics. But I'm very, very excited to chain back-to-back maybe tower maps or port maps or something like that and just try and farm some div cards with some nice scarabs and get a bunch of scarabs back as well. Should be really, really juicy. So here's a second problem. There is not enough incentive for facing the difficulty of staying inside the nightmare for extended periods of time. So the solution, they've doubled the item quantity and item rarity bonuses granted by the exposed to corruption debuff and removed diminishing returns from it. This is more than a double buff. More than doubling the quality of being, quality and quantity of being in Scourge itself. So even, honestly, myself, I haven't done a ton of the League mechanic because I was pushing my Atlas. I pretty much completed the entire Atlas. I'm just working on my bonus objectives now, but I'm now going to be using Scourge every single map just because of the sheer amount of quantity that it's going to be giving to you, and you should be doing so too. Just chuck a couple of maps in to upgrade or Scourge, run normal maps, do the Scourge mechanic. It's going to be so much more profitable now. Probably check out people like Grimro and some other people as well who are going to be testing the limits of this because there's going to be some big juice coming out of it. But we're not even done. Let's move on. Scourge maps are not rewarding enough in proportion to the level of risk they pose, so increase the rewards from Scourge maps. Specifically, they can no longer generate item quantity, rarity, pack size, and experience. And this means that they can still get the plus additional item types from rare Scourge monsters. Due to the absence of the other modifiers, these modifiers have become a lot more common, dramatically increasing the rewards from Scourge maps. So this means with these 4 out, you're going to be rolling these plus additional, so plus 1 Scarab every rare Scourge monster, or div cards, or currency items, which we'll talk about right here as well. Scourge map modifiers that cause rare Scourge monsters to drop additional currency items now drop 2 additional, up from 1. So a double buff to the currency items there as well. This is bonkers. I can't do much more than laugh right now because it's crazy the amount of juice that they're just giving straight to us. Here's another problem. It's too difficult to find powerful pre-Scourged items which drop occasionally while inside the nightmare. So the solution was to dramatically increase the tier of Scourged modifiers you find on pre-Scourged items, especially while in maps. For example, you'll find approximately twice as many tier 3 Scourged items as before in maps. I think they go on to, in the actual patch notes, say that you're only going to be dropping tier 3 Scourged items in maps, and you'll be dropping tier 2 Scourged items, in part 2 of the story, so Act 6 to Act 10. that is basically the end of this. Apart from this last line here, scourged items will no longer be able to generate downsides that would directly counteract their upside. For example, an item with added physical damage will not be able to deal no physical damage as a downside. So this is really nice. There were so many people that were landing really nice upsides on items. I saw some great upsides on some bows and quivers and that sort of thing, and then direct downsides that were exactly that. You know, a lot of flat lightning damage and then deal no lightning damage, that sort of thing. So this is a really nice change right here. I love it. But just quickly talking on this update in particular, and I guess the update schedule that Path of Exile likes to employ coming into a league. If we look at it like this, right? Path of Exile, this is what I'm expecting. You know, I'm just speculating. I don't know. I don't work at GGG or, you know, don't know the ins and outs. But my expectation is GGG knows the upper limits of what they want or what they're comfortable with the league mechanic giving to players. And they give us a much lower amount at league start. And what this actually does is, you know, if we really think that, hey, this is just not rewarding, you know, people are going to complain on Reddit, people are going to, you know, write stuff to devs and everything like that, hopefully in a nice manner, you know, constructive criticism, everyone. But this means that when they do raise it, like something right now, it's a great PR move, it's a great business move, it keeps people engaged, keeps people playing. Just imagine what would happen if they gave us all of this at the start and more at the very beginning, boom, and then we're just generating too much currency, right? We're like, too much. I don't really think there's too much to generate. It's all about investment and time output and everything like that. And then they're like, you know what? That's too much. We're going to nerf it down. What would that do to the player base? What would that do to... Nice. What would that do to retention? Everything like that. This is Path of Exile's second best league ever. And this is just going to keep people playing longer and everything like that. So you juice up your characters, get those map farmers in the next week, get the map farmers ready. I'm going to be farming my new character, which is still kind of a boss farmer. I'll be trying to grind up a ton of currency to then re-roll probably into an intelligence stacker, because we're playing a strength stacker right now. I think attribute stacking is... maybe I'll do the trifecta. Maybe I'll finish off with a dex stacker, but we'll see. I think that's my thing this league, and I'm going to really push this strength stacker into like the millions and millions and millions of DPS. But I will talk about it in a different video because holy moly am I excited, and there's so much to talk about with that build. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that. The clear's pretty good on it, so I'm going to be doing a lot of Scourge stuff as well now, but just farming some bosses for some more currency while everyone else is doing Scourge maps. So hopefully I'll be one of the only people doing the bosses and profiting some good money off that. We'll have to see. If you want to come and check that out live, twitch.tv/thisisbadger, or you can just jump over to my Discord. I shoot pings through the Discord when I go live and when videos come out and everything like that. If you want to know, there's lots of different ways to keep up with my content. For those who don't know, those who enjoy my content, Discord's a great one. Following on Twitch is a really good one. The best one though, hitting subscribe button down here on the video. I know I say it a lot. I know YouTubers say it a lot. It seems just kind of like, every time people say it, but honestly, it is the way that I grow. YouTube feeds everything else. YouTube feeds my Twitch. When YouTube's not going well, my Twitch doesn't go well. So, you know, I'm just going to be pushing YouTube a lot more and doing some great content for you. And that's what we're going to do with the next character. And then we're going to be setting up some big farming goals with some maps that we're going to grind up and everything like that. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hit the sub button. Hit the bell as well to get those notifications. That's all I have to say. Until next time, Badger is out. It's a good coffee.